Happy Monday. Welcome back, everyone. I am Rita Ernst. I am the author of Show Up Positive and Culture Impact. And we are diving in again to the Culture Repair Sparks, teaching you how to be that culture hero that you want to be. And no, you do not have to be an executive to be the culture hero of your story. All you need to do is choose who you are going to be every day when you show up at work. And this week, I want to talk about one of the most fundamental, most important, undeniable things that all of us need in the workplace, and that is belonging. Yes, it's here. It's our Show Up Spark. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to work on the word belonging. Now, if you don't have your copy of this little book to follow along, I'm going to drop it in the comments right now. If you're here, feel free to pop over and say hello in the comments. I'm happy to have you with me. So grab your free copy. It's no obligation, no spam, no any of those crazy things. But I want you to have this book to follow along. And belonging, what I want to talk about this week, usually we talk about mindset the first week, and then the second week we talk more about engagement with others. But from the mindset point of view, I want to talk about self-belonging right now. I just think it's so important that we understand that before other people can accept us, we have to be accepting of ourselves. Before we can expect others to be forgiving of our flaws, we need to be forgiving of ourselves. And many of us have this very strong judge in the back of our minds that's just chitter-chattering away all the time, calling out all of the things that we do wrong. And if you are one of those people, know that you are not alone, but you do not have to be enslaved by your inner judge. You need to work on your own belonging, your own self-acceptance. And the more at peace you become with yourself, the more open then you can be and at peace that you can be with others. See, this internal critic is criticizing you, but it's also criticizing the other people around you and criticizing the circumstances that are going on. So you need to get the volume control there in hand, and that is so important. So self-belonging is where we are going to start. So what's something simple that you can do this week to work on your self-belonging? Well, here's one thing. I want you to start to notice that chitter chatter in the back of your head. So when your inner critic starts sounding off, I want you to just say, oh, hello, there you are. Been wondering where you've been. Thank you. And see if you can just kind of silence it in that way. Just acknowledge it's there, but sort of interrupt that behind the scenes that's going on. You know, for me, it's like I do a ton of creative stuff. So when I'm imperfect in my creation, when I have a grammatical error or I forget to change the subject line on my weekly newsletter, and then I'm like, oh, but you know what? I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. I am not perfection, and I'm not preaching perfection, and it's okay. I have to tell my own inner critic, like, it's okay. We can survive being imperfect. People aren't just following you because you have to be a perfect person all the time. They're following you for the quality of your content. Stay focused on what's really important. It's a self-conversation that I have to have with my internal critic. So if that is not working for you alone, the next thing you can do is go to your most favorite mindfulness practice. It might be breathing, it might be some form of meditation, but just take a few minutes to clear your head and get back in your body. For me, it feels like this tornado swirl when all those negative thoughts start firing. And what I want to do is just calm the tornado. I want to take the power out of the tornado. And so I'm just going to get centered back into my body. I like to close my eyes like this and do some deep breathing. And that often helps me. So that's a second way that you can silence that inner critics. But the most important thing is to not let that judge be all up in your face this week. So we're working on self-belonging. And what we're going to work on is we're going to work on silencing, quieting our internal judge and not allowing ourselves to be beating up on us. Right? I mean, there's enough slings and arrows that can come from other sources. So we don't need them coming from within ourselves. And what I think you might notice is when you start paying more attention to how critical you're being of yourself, you might also start to notice when you choose to have thoughts of criticism of others. And criticism is a killer of belonging. It's not that there's not a place for critical, instructive feedback that is going to help somebody better, but that is different than criticism. Criticism often focuses on personality and traits and just in general discounts people for reasons that are not really related to their ability to deliver to the team, to deliver to the workplace, to be the coworker that you need. So, self-belonging, and in that journey of self-belonging, you might begin to notice that maybe you need to sometimes turn down the volume on that criticism, not just for yourself, but when it is directed at others. And so if you're not criticizing somebody else, then you can try some other ways of improving belonging. But I'm telling you, this week you're going to do it. You're going to do it. You can do it. When you hear that criticism just firing off in your head, when you're beating yourself up, if nothing else, picture me. Rita is saying to you, stop beating yourself up. You don't need to beat yourself up anymore about this. Embrace your imperfections. Allow yourself to make mistakes, learn from them, and move forward. This is what growth is about. So self-belonging, that's what we're doing this week. I hope you're as excited about this as you can feel that I am for you. And if you need a few words to help you along the way, you can always reach out to me. I'm happy to chat with you and help you be successful in your journey. Don't forget, grab your free copy. And so you have these sparks to follow along with every week. This is short and sweet, but it's just meant to be that reminder. It's something you can take with you and you can use with others. And you know what? If you're leading a team, why don't you practice as a whole team self-belonging, self-forgiveness this week and see what a difference it starts to make in the team interactions that you have. You can always send people over to my YouTube channel or my Facebook page at Ignite Extraordinary, or here on LinkedIn to watch this video to inspire them as well. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you back here next week. We're going to take belonging to the next level and really focus on outreach to others and how we send better signals of belonging to the people around us. Have a wonderful week. I'll see you soon. Bye.